Next, we're going to set up the spine's twist attribute. This one's a pretty easy one because it's actually a function that's built into the spline IK itself, so we just have to enable it and set it up properly. Before I do it, however, I'm going to make the spine rotations visible again, because to visualize the spine rotation without that is tough. So I'm going to go to my hip and select the entire spine chain, and I'm going to go to display, transform display, and you might have noticed we've used this transform display a few times already, and it is kind of annoying having to jump back and forth into this menu all the time. What I can do, I've got my custom shelf here, which is currently empty. I can add common tasks to that shelf, so I don't have to pull them up every time I need to use it, and I think this is one where it definitely deserves an entry of its own. So with the custom tab active, I'm going to go to display, transform display, and I'm going to control shift click on the local rotation axis. And what it's going to do, it's going to add that to the shelf, and if I hover over it, you can see toggle toggle local rotation axis visibility. So now if I make the selection and click that button, I can toggle that on and off without having to go into the menu, which is definitely a lot better. So to see if the twist is currently evaluating, if I select the current controller for the hips and rotate it, you can see the spine is not twisting. It's kind of slightly distorting, but yeah, if you look at the y-axes, they should be rotating, and they're not. So we need to enable that function using the IK settings. So I'm going to scroll down, select the spine IK handle, and I'm going to scroll down to the IK solver attributes, open that up, and open the advanced twist controls. And I am going to enable the twist controls. And for the world up type, the method we're going to use for this scene is object rotation up, start, and end. And with that turned on, it opens up these two fields here, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the two joints we duplicated earlier to use as control points over the curve. We're going to use those as a reference point, because we know they're oriented the same way as the skeleton, as the spine, and if we use those as a reference for the twist, it should align nicely to that setup and twist predictably. So I'm going to set the lower curve control joint as the main world. You got to make sure they're in that order, by the way. The world up should be the lower, and the world up 2 should be the upper. If you get it the other way around, it won't work properly. It'll be backwards. So I'm just going to type in the names, to be honest with you. I'm just going to say lower. Could copy and paste them as well. Underscore CRV, underscore CTL, underscore JNT. And yeah, I'll just copy and paste that to the other one. And just change it to upper. And now, with that done, if I rotate the upper spine, if you look at the y-axis and the z-axis, you can see they're equally breaking and kind of sharing that rotation value, so the spine actually is twisting within reason. Obviously, if I get to a certain point, it's going to flip, but the chance of your character actually twisting that amount is pretty slim anyway. So it should work within the realm of what I need. Once again, I'll zero that out. So that takes care of the twist. Next, we'll have a look at the squash and stretch.